Hello everyone, my name is Joshua and I'll be solving HackerRank's interview problem, Sales by Match. Many of you have already liked and subscribed, but there's a number of you who haven't, so please subscribe. It's easy as 1, 2, and 3. And you can also support my channel with some of the links down below. So the situation is that Alex wants to pair up the number of socks, and he wants to know what are the number of socks he can pair in total. So you're given this information, for example, n equals 7 socks, you have 7 socks total, and these are the colors labeled by the numbers, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. Based on this array, you can tell that there's one pair of color 1 and one of color 2, and there are 3 odd socks left. Therefore, the number of pairs is 2. So this is the number we're searching for. Basically, we have to write in JavaScript a function for sock market. Most of this is pre-filled, but what we really are concerned with is just the function sock market. Try to find a number of pairs for a given array. Now, just to give an example, I think I'll take this example more closely. Here's how I think about solving it. It's helpful to conceptualize it first before you start solving it later to show that you have an understanding of the problem. Here's what I have in mind. We need a data structure. This data structure will be symbolized by this yellow area for trying to find a way to pair these socks. For example, let's think about this. So let's say I have one sock here. If I want to sort this, I'm going to put this right here because we don't have any one socks to pair from this yellow area. Same with 2. This data structure will hold 2 as well. For 1, does this yellow structure have a match for that value? Yes, it does. It has a 1 as well. So what I can do is I'm going to take this one pair right here. We have one pair right here. Next number, do we have a pair for 2? Yes, we do. So I go ahead and now I can remove those numbers away from this data structure because we already paired them. But we're still traversing through the rest of the array. So how about 1? Nope, we don't have one. Put it right here. 3, we don't have it for that one either. And 2, we don't have it for that one either. So this data structure is left with these 3 odd pair socks. But as we paired them, we found out there's 2 total pairs of socks. So what data structure would work for us? You can tell that the way we pair it is that when we add these numbers into this data structure, it has to be a unique number and there can be no duplicates. If we come across a number to add to the data structure that has a duplicate, that means for the case of this problem, we want to remove that number from the data structure just to indicate that we have that pair. Because once it's paired, we don't need to put it into that data structure anymore. So what can work for that problem? What I'm thinking of to use is something called a set, a JavaScript set. So a set basically defines that one. It only can store unique values of that type. And it comes with certain methods with that as well. If you go through the MDN logs, you could find out that yes, there's a method to add values into the set. It has to be unique. So if you add true ones, it will still just have one value in the data set. And if there's a duplicate, is there a way that we can do that? Yes. This has method, so it can indicate whether it has it or has the number or not. In this case, does it have the sock or does it have it? Doesn't have it. It's better if I go and work through this problem. So let me go ahead and do this. Let's call this search. N equals new set because I want to search for a pair for the socks that are in that set. We're going to go through each sock. So if we don't iterate through all the socks through the array, I want to use a for loop. So for each sock of this array. Now we want to check if the search found out there's a sock of that number. Oh, I forgot, we need to indicate the number of pairs as well. So we need a value to store the number of pairs. It starts out with 0. If search.has sock, that means we increment the pairs. This plus means we increment by 1. Now search, does it have that sock? Yes, it does. Once we do with that, we have to delete that sock because it already has that pair, and now that search is back to empty because we already have a pair. Why do we need to hold on? A pair is not more than 2 socks of the same kind. It's just one pair. Anyways, if it doesn't have a pair, what do? I add it to what we have to search for that sock. There you go. And of course, we have to return the number of pairs at the end. Alright, so hopefully this makes sense. Let me run this code and see if it works.
Hey, that's
Nice.
pretty
Submit the
good.
code. Oh, I forgot. In interviews, you have to go through the performance of how your code works. Okay, it passes everything. That's great. So you explained it, what data structure you use and why you have to use it. In this case, we only have to go through the whole array once, and that would be on time because n for the number of socks of the array, and also even if it uses this has method, I believe taking from a set is constant time, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Now, the size. I think the size, worst case scenario, let's just say there's no pairs at all, that could be O of n as well. N representing number of socks. Yeah, I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And good luck in your interviews. Goodbye.